Welcome back, my friends, to another Leal Legacy Vloggentary ride-along. And today, we're going to ride Splash Mountain at the Magic Kingdom in Disney World. This is from a trip we took back in May of 2021. And let me tell you, we almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make it onto Splash Mountain. This is the last ride of the night. And yeah, it was a close call. Marissa and I had to do a rider swap. So one of us would sit out with the baby and go on the ride with the bigger kids and then do the switcheroo. So the kids got to go on the rides twice. So that really worked out in their favor. Make sure you keep your hands and arms inside the log, the open air log. We're all looking for our laughing place. That was eerie at night. During the day, she seems like a happy-go-lucky frog. At night, it's a little spooky. But riding at night, there are certain rides at night that just take on a whole new world, and Splash Mountain is one of them. Look at the lights in the briar patch right there. It's hard to beat. I mean, they look great in the daylight, but there's just a different kind of ambiance at night. Splash Mountain was a ride that I didn't necessarily go on a whole lot in my youth at Disneyland. As I got older, though, I acclimated. I acclimated to the drop more, and it's become one of my must-dos every single time we ventured to one of the parks. So I grew up on the Disneyland Splash Mountain, but I may enjoy the Magic Kingdom one a little bit more. So this is a staple. I mean, don't you agree?
This is the last one, Bubba.
Like, there are certain things you just can't not do. And I would put Splash Mountain on that list. I mean, the music alone, right? Oh, here's something. Here's a reason to ride at night. The view you get of the castle on that drop is next to none. Hey, Briar Bear lives there. In case you're wondering, in case you couldn't read the sign. Slip and falls. I tend to usually forget about this first little, I wouldn't even call it a drop. Slide? Maybe a slide? Clearly I got wet. If you could hear my, in-person reaction. As a kid, I was turned off by the drops. And that's why it took me so long to get on the Splash Mountain bandwagon. Man, is there a more catchy song from a ride? I understand that the song is from the movie, but so few people have seen this movie. Like, does it even count? Briar Rabbit, Briar Bear, Briar Fox, characters from Song of the South. This ride is from Song of the South, but it's one of those, that movie has culturally fallen way out of favor. But no one relates this imagery to that movie, really. At least, if you're 50 and younger, maybe. and that gap is only going to increase over time. So, even as a kid, like, once I started going on Splash Mountain, seeing these characters, they were the characters from Splash Mountain. Never once did it cross my mind that they were from a movie, because I had never seen that movie as a child. Still haven't. To go, Is there anything that looks more comfortable than using an alligator as a hammock while fishing? Hey there, Mr. Bluebird. Alright, let's go on this adventure with Briar Rabbit. Briar Rabbit. That's what the bird said. It's Briar, though, right? Briar Patch? Yeah, no, I feel like inside the ride is darker when you ride at night as well. I don't know if that actually is true. There's the second drop. This is a fun one. I love this part with the beehives and everything's getting all floody. Come on, Briar Bear. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? And that's how they caught him, I guess. I've never seen the movie, but from what I understand, he gets hit with that beehive and becomes all sticky, and that's when he's trapped. Now, I said when everything starts flooding, I spoke a little early. Not necessarily too soon, but I would definitely say early, because this is what I was referencing. It is after the beehives, but I forgot how long of a stretch that beehive portion was. Yuck, 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 yuck. And the laughing place. To go, oh. I hope this gets stuck in your head. So yeah, there you go. Why did that take so long? To see the result of him sneaking up behind Briar Rabbit. The Briar Patch, but Briar Rabbit. Sneaking up behind Briar Rabbit with the beehive. We didn't get to see the outcome of that until after the little floody portion. The storyline of the ride, it's alright. It's good. It tells the story. But it's little things like that I get hung up on. These guys are so creepy. I mean, are there two better characters to signify impending doom? When I was younger, this part too, the build-up, just the vultures, and then the music and the dark tunnel on the way up, is just like, man, the anxiety it builds, the tension. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, those Disney Imagineers. I like the shadow work here. Look at that. It's fun. It's a real life cartoon. There you go. See that view? Of Space Mountain and Cinderella's castle. Had to hold my camera up. I didn't want it to get drenched. Did pretty well. You see that? Not a drop on the lens, I don't think.
Is that fun, baby boy?
Lots of lens flare, though. That's another little benefit of riding at night. I guess if you have a camera. But just, I mean, look at that. The ambiance, like I was talking about, it's just so, it's such a different vibe. It's like, it could arguably be almost a completely different experience. I was going to say a different ride, but that's not true, because all the animatronics are the same, all the songs are the same, the path you take is exactly the same, so it is the same ride, but it is a worthwhile different experience riding it both day and night. Both fun. I keep saying the word ambiance, and I don't want to keep saying that. It becomes redundant. But you know what I'm talking about. The immersion, is that the right word? Where you're immersed in all of it? Immersive? immersive. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. But this part of the ride, it's always very like, okay, there was the thrill, and then they hit you. They hit you one more time with some happy-go-luckiness, you know? Impending doom, you go down, and then you got a little chill portion, and then you kick up the good times again with Zippity Doodah. Zippity Doodah. Again, is there a more Disney song? I guess When You Wish Upon a Star. And the Mickey Mouse Club March. Arguably, maybe It's a Small World. But Zippity Doodah, come on. You say Zippity Doodah, everyone knows exactly what you're talking about. The song. I don't know if a lot of people know. If you haven't ridden Splash Mountain, even if you haven't ridden Splash Mountain, you know what Zippity Doodah is. But if you've gone on the ride, somebody says Zippity Doodah, you immediately think Splash Mountain. And the word satisfactual. I don't use satisfactual enough in life. See, look at it. I feel like it looks much different at night than it does during the day, even on the inside portions. I'm telling you. You'll just have to go on it yourself. I guess because so much of it is exposed to the outside. Like, this tunnel is much brighter during the day when you ride. Every time we get to this portion, this, like, ending spot before you get off the ride, and it has, it's the truth, it's actual, and everything is satisfactual. I always want to start using satisfactual more often in life. And immediately after thinking that, I forget, and I don't use it. Maybe it's because when something is truly satisfactual and it meets the meaning of that word, you know, too much time has passed since I had the thought. But I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that right now. I'm going to change that right now and use satisfactual way more. And over the rest of our content, you know? Other videos, commentaries, the podcast. Look how soaked these two fools got. Luckily, Florida doesn't get cold. Well, cold to us at least. And you know, you do this during the day in the middle of the summer in Florida at Disney World, you're not going to dry off for hours. On a really humid day, you are wet for the foreseeable future. Anyhow, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. On my podcast, Ragnarok, I'll be doing a retrospective where I'll be diving into everything you didn't know you wanted to know about Splash Mountain. So go check that out, and everything else we got at leallegacy.com. And until then, thanks for being a friend and telling a friend. Later.